You guys know I love green and black, and today Deutz-Fahr fans have got some new toys. Hey, what's up guys? It's DJ. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new mods for Farming Simulator 22. Today we got 25 mods and 3 DLCs. As far as DLCs, we got 1 new and 2 updates. For all platform mods, we have 12 new and 9 updates. And for PC and Mac players, we got 4 new. I make mod review videos every time mods are released on the in-game mod hub, so get subscribed if you're new. That way, you never miss any. Let's start off with a few things maybe you have missed. The first is the new DLC released today, the AGI Pack. This is a free new DLC for all platforms, and you can download it right now. It comes with 5 different augers, we've got 1 pallet, and we've got 5 different placeables. Again, I've made a video on this, so you can check the first pinned comment for a link to that. Heads up, for some players, you're not able to download this yet. It does take a while, so make sure that you check it out. Precision Farming got an update today. This is going to be version 101. Mulching and rolling have again a yield impact. Fix the wrong display of expected yield. Oilseed radish now increases nitrogen by 25 kilograms per hectare. They've also got influence of single fields, so the total environmental score is now depending on the field size. Fixed issue while no fields have been owned yet. Fix the invisible doors on the shed. Fix the environmental score with soybeans. Fix the nitrogen requirements of grass. Sprayers with spot spraying equipped will now only spray fertilizer on spots where it is needed. That is great. So now we have spot spraying for herbicide and spot spraying for liquid fertilizer. And while starting to use precision farming on old save games, the fertilized state of the fields is transitioned into more initial nitrogen. And your last DLC today, we got an update to the Carraro pack. Now, this is version 1.1. However, there is no changelog on here. Giants have included a changelog for us on their website, though. It says bug fixes and changes, localization fixes, added Carraro vehicles to missions, visual fixes, adjusted the wheels on the Tiger Car 3200, and fixed the roll bar only being foldable while the engine is turned on. So make sure you update the Carraro pack. And of course, while we're here, I may as well mention that we got an update to version 1.5 of the game today. Make sure that you are updating. Most things should update automatically, but just in case it doesn't, check for an update on your game for any platform that you're playing on. This is going to add a few changes, make some fixes, things like that. I made a full video early this morning at like 5 a.m. my time, so check that out if you haven't already. All right, finally making our way into some new mods for all platforms and stuff you guys are here to see. First is the Lizard 560. This is from North Modding Company. This is kind of like their Maua 560, I believe, but it's for all platforms, which is great to see. We got a couple different versions of this. We have a forwarder and we have a harvester, so you can use the same machine and just customize it. Really nice there. And then we've got some different wheel brands as well, things you would expect to see. This has 75 horsepower, a variable transmission, 70 liters of fuel, and as goes 11 miles per hour and weighs 6.2 tons. Also, it is 14 slots, so pretty low numbers across the board. This is to get you guys into doing logging. I think it's great. That's fantastic. We also have a trailer to go along with it if you guys want to add anything to it. Now, we've got all of the wheel options that match. The harvester weighs 1.7 tons and it's 4 slots. From Pepe978, we've got his Fiat 682 N4. This is actually one of my favorite testing trucks because it'll just throw up, load. It's nice and easy. Looks pretty good. There you go. So this has 179 horsepower, has a manual transmission, 400 liters of fuel, 37 mile per hour max speed, so it is a little bit lower at 11,000 liter capacity. As far as configuration license plate, we've got either on the map, I'm assuming these are going to be around the back, yep, right there. So we've got the map that we're on, but we also have some different things here as well. Now, one of the only things is you cannot customize the 60s license plates. So just a heads up there, but you can change it up if you're using the map version. Also capacity of 11,000 or 15,000. So you can change that if you like as well. This is going to be a total of 9 slots for you guys. So it is super low slot count and it'll hold pretty much everything. How's about a new Steyr? Yeah, the Steyr Terrus CVT Gen 2 2022 version. This is from Julia Modding. We did talk about this at Farm Sim News a couple days ago, and it's It's already here. How about that? 273 horsepower to start with, a variable transmission, 410 liters of fuel, 31 miles per hour at 10.6 tons. It is 22 slots on console, so a little big of a bigger boy right there. Wheel brands include Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, PKT, and Vredstein, as well as Nokian tires. We have wheel setups for each of those, so just choose what you like. Pretty standard stuff across the board. We even have narrow tires, which is nice to see. Cabin carpet, we've got nada or and then as far as engines, 273, 288, and 313. Do those engine options ring a bell? Well, that's because this is based off of the Case IH, what was it, the Optim series, as well as the New Holland T7 HD. So you've got those there. Plus, you got a license plate. Heck yeah. Next up, also from North Body Company, we have the Gjerstad Pack. Now, this is going to include a lot of different things for using on a wheel loader. So if you guys have been using a wheel loader, but you've been kind of irritated that there's not enough stuff for you, well, we got some stuff for you. Starting off, we have the grading bucket. This is going to hold 3,500 liters of bulk crop, is 2 slots, weighs 1.4 tons. At the same weight, it's a lot bigger bucket for the same weight. At 6,500 liters, we have the light material bucket. This is going to be 2 slots as well. We also have the material handling arm. So this is going to be for big bags, things like that. It weighs 420 kilograms and it's 2 slots. Nice. And then you also have the container jib as well, which will hook up to IT runner containers, things like that. And you can pull them around, move things back and forth. This weighs 186 kilograms and it's 2 slots. And your last bit is the small grading bucket. This is 1,355 liters, 421 kilograms, and it is 2 slots. Now here's a mod pack that I've been super excited to see, and I didn't even know it was going to be here until today. This is the Deutz-Fahr Balers, yeah, from Red Cat 3D, the same person who brought us those 2 Deutz-Fahr tractors you saw at the beginning as well. Both of them have updates today, by the way. So first up, we have the Big Master 6912, and this may look familiar because this is a rebrand of the K-brand machine that we've got. 12.3 tons, 165 horsepower is required, 10 miles per hour, and it'll do between 180 centimeter and 240 centimeter square bells. Basically, those are the 3 standard bells, the 180, 220, and 240. As far as wheel brands, we have Vredstein, we also have Michelin, BKT, and Trelleborg, and you can change those up however you like. It's also going to be 13 slots, so heads up there. And then we have the smaller version, the round baler, the Very Master 795. Weighs 3.7 tons, 80 horsepower is required for this, 10 mile per hour max speed, and it's got between 125 and 180 centimeter bells. Again, those are the 3 standard round bells, 125, 150, and 180. Wheel brands include Trelleborg, BKT, Vredstein. So less on the wheel setup side here, and it is 8 slots. How's about a big old trailer for doing logging? Right here from Gamer Designs, we have the Plantation trailer. This is a forestry trailer to haul around logs. It is a good looking trailer at that, a really nice looking trailer. Headache rack, you can throw that on there if you want to. We got frame colors. They just use the normal base game colors. If I were you, go with Onyx Black. It'll pretty much match everything. The bolster color, now I bet this would probably look good with Case IH Red. Man, and I'm not wrong. And then you've got nice rim colors as well. We have white, black, and chrome. None of that weird silver stuff. This is nice, and it's 9 slots. Check this out. If you're into logging, yeah. Speaking of IT runner, we've got one right here. This is a Lizard AM21 ITR. It's basically a tiny little IT runner trailer for semi-trucks if you need that. It's heavy, 7.9 tons for just this little trailer right here. Wheel brands include Continental and Trelleborg, as well as Michelin, BKT, Nokian, and Vredstein. So you've got all of those if you need them. We do have a main color for the bits right there. And then we've got a color for the rim as well. They've not gone for anything fancy here. Not shocked, to be fair, but yeah, nothing wild and crazy out of the ordinary here. Here's an interesting one that I was not ready to pronounce the name. Poettinger Schwadkreisel 300. How bad did I mess that up? Give me a rating, 0 to 10. This is a windrow at the end of the day. So there you go, 473 kilograms, 35 horsepower, 3 meters, and 9 miles per hour. And you've got a couple different colors as well. However, heads up, they don't really do much of anything. You can see they're just the, I don't know, the sticks, poles hanging out from there. So There you go. This is going to be 4 slots on consoles. Here's one that's pretty cool. The larger capacity for pallets. So these pallets replace the production pallets from the base game with 5 times larger capacity and unloading speed to indirectly bypass the pallet limit. How's about that? Which, by the way, that pallet limit got increased today for a lot of platforms. Very cool. The capacity adjustment only applies to pallets from the base game. So pallets for mods are not adjusted. This change is only applied to newly produced pallets, and pallets that can be made are bread, cakes, butter, cheese, chocolate, flour, honey, sugar, cereal, canola oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, grape juice. Is it really just grape oil? I don't know. Raisins, planks, furniture, fabrics, clothes, strawberries, tomatoes, lettuce, wool, and eggs. One thing to note, we already have a mod out that makes production pallets liftable. So I don't think that this is going to work with that. I don't know. We definitely need to do some tests and see if the liftable pallet mod with productions and this mod can work together. If they can work together in harmony, imagine the capabilities. All right, we got some placeables for you guys. Just off the bat, looking at this, you're thinking, okay, maybe some barns, something like that. Wrong. It's an Omatana mod. These are silos. I love it. These are pallet storage. She says, do you need a warehouse to temporarily store your numerous pallets until the prices are optimal? Well, then this pallet storage could be just right for you. These warehouses for pallet products work like silos, so you can not only store products but also normal crops like wheat, barley, etc. The mod products can also be stored as long as they have been defined as a product. The products can then be loaded and transported with these special product trailers, which I'm going to show you guys momentarily. In the product transports, the products are transported invisibly, so they're not transformed back into pallets. Oh man! So we've got basically all kinds here. If we jump into silos, right? So this is where you go, and then you go right here. So you got the pallet storage right here, which holds 20 million liters. What? Then we've got one that holds 2 million. Cool. Another two, and then 500,000. So you're using buildings that look to be base game. Maybe a few of them are not, and you're basically using them as pallet stuff. Speaking of, here you go. Here's our stuff for the pallets. So we've got base game trailers that auto load pallets in them, but they're not pallets. That makes sense? Man, I hope that makes sense. You've got your wheel brands there. You've got different colors for the trailer itself. This holds 15,000 liters of her stuff. And then you've got this version which holds 50,000 liters of it. So you can change up your main color, you can change up that chassis color on the very bottom, you got a color for the design, and you even got a rim color with a few custom colors in there as well. Omatana doing it to it and not standing back. Oh, I love this. Now, let's say that you want to do more than just store pallets. You want to make them, and you don't need the big craziness of them. You just want to make some and have a good time. Well, Ada Modding's got you with the flour mill modernized. It's the modern flour mill. Come on. She's the flour mill. Everything is looking good on this. Of course, you've got areas where you can deposit stuff and get stuff out, etc., etc., etc. Because this is a modernized flour mill, we definitely got to take a look at what it does. So we've got wheat, barley, oat, sorghum, and corn. Cool. Well, he's added a few extra things. So not only are you getting flour out, but you're also getting some chaff as well. And it takes diesel to actually make some of this. So you've got to put in your diesel, and then you got to put in your crop itself, including corn, by the way. And then you get out a determined amount of flour and chaff, which you can then take that chaff and do whatever you want to with it. A very, very cool concept, a very, very cool idea. And I'm down for it. Plus, it's A-dub. Come on. And your last new one for all platforms today is baby Beehive right here that doesn't have a door for some reason. GB, what are you doing, man? How are they getting out? No, how are they getting out? I was so confused. Anyway, GB Modding, my man, coming in here with the placeable Beehive, cost you $500, $10 per day, and 150 liters of honey per day. All right, making our way into mod updates for all platforms. You want to hear about it. This is going to be the Deutz-Fahr Series 9 from Red Cat. Told you we had the updates for this. Version number 2 replaced the wheel weights and they've replaced them with original Deutz weights. They've also added simple IC for the door left, the top window, the back window, the beacon lights, and the warning signs. So mouse control can be configured for the left door and top and back window. They've also added configurations for back fender, interior generation, and warning signs and beacon lights. They also added new animations and beautifications. Yeah, there you go, to the eye monitor and working monitor. Added lights to the mirror, which can then go on the door left when it is open, and interior light control is now white. And lastly, added the Asaria Compact Pro for precision farming DLC. And not that I want to say it's the same thing for their Series 7, Series 8 TTV version number 2, but it's kind of basically identical. They've also corrected some model faults and fixed some flickering decals on the interior, but the rest is pretty much the same. We also have an update to the Lizard T25A T30 A80. This is version 1001, added simple IC and bug fixes. The Lizard TRA 500 Quads got an update to version 1.5. They've added optional colors for the cover and the bumper. 3 different rims have been added. 7 more tire models have been added. The option of 8 different camouflages, and they've added brake, clutch, key, throttle, and light activation animations. Here's probably at least one of my favorite updates from today. The Baler Pack with Lizard R90. This is the Windrow Baler. Now, beforehand, we had the Corona and the Kloss, and they've added 2 new ones. Now we've got a New Holland and a case version. They also increased the working speed to 20 kilometers per hour. That's about 12 miles per hour, 12, 13 miles per hour, somewhere around there. And then they've got some configuration decals as well. Next up, an update to the Heavy Metal Rollers version 1.1. Due to the great impracticality, the rollers in the rollers and grasslands care categories have been unified into one, so that you only need to buy one and it can be used for rolling fields and meadows without switching or configuration in the workshop. We also have an update to the seed production. This is going to be version 1001. Correct model description has been inserted. Beforehand, they had the fertilizer description. Now it is seeds. Next to last mod update for all platforms is the storage shed for products on pallets. This is going to be version 1001. Wool storage has been added, and pallet spawn mode has been disbelievable. I don't know. And lastly, we have the Small Vehicle Workshop version 1001 added repaint function. All right, making our way into new ones for PC and Mac players. Finally, oh man, the IMT is back. The 5360, my dudes. This has got 363 horsepower. It's got 800 liters of fuel. It's really big. And 18 mile per hour max speed, weighs 22 tons by itself. Wheel brands include stuff like Trelleborg, Michelin, Lizard. Oh, hey, Lizard. Hello, Smart Tracks from New Holland. How you doing? And then back into it. So, do we have any other surprises that I should know about? Looks like just standard tires, but hello. Yeah, man, that's cool. Designs, we got some configurations on the back, exhaust, long, short, going back and forth between those. And then engines, 360, or we have a 500 horsepower option as well. Get this, it costs an extra $4,000 to get that. So basically, if you don't go with much customization, 500 horsepower, $100,000. That ain't bad. Here's one that I know we were talking a little bit about in Farm Sim News. It is the CBT 1105 from Poettinger Modding. I know they've been working really hard on this, and it is great to see it here. 105 horsepower, manual plus power shift transmission, 115 liters fuel, 17 mile per hour max speed, at least going forwards, and weighs 4.6 tons. Wheel brands include stuff like Lizard, Michelin, and Lizard. So you can go for whatever you're looking for there. We do have many different options, so that is nice to see. As far as designs, you've got a Brazilian sticker on there or not. Engine setup, we've got a 105 and 130 horsepower option. And you can make it green as well, which I think is pretty cool. Your next to last new one for PC and Mac players today is the Tehnostroj ETK400. This is a 4,000 liter capacity tipper from Pharmatech. We've also got an 8000 or an 11000. So you got both of those if you need to. As far as logos go, we have a 2013 logo and a 2002. We also have a 1996 and a 1980. So you really take it back with that. As far as your main color goes, this is going to be the frame on the bottom. Here are your color options. We'll just stick with red. And then your design color, I assume this is going to be, yep, the main tipper itself. So here are your colors for that. And then we have room color, which is nice. We have base game gray. We also have a metal color, and then we've got some multiple different colored options too. That's nice. And lastly, we got a windrow, or Tehnostroj rather. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's the Z234 is what it is. Weighs 230 kilograms, 30 horsepower required, 2.1 meter working width, PTO cover, yes or no. And then we got main color, design color, ooh, yellow, and then rim color. Yeah. It says at the top that this is a tether, so I guess it is a tether. And then you've also got a bit right here that can stop it, which is kind of like a windrow, something, maybe. Bueller? Well, guys, that is it. Finally, that is it for today's new mod video. We had a bunch of them. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new around here. Join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Speaking of those daily videos, we already got 2 of them out. We got the FS22 patch 1.5 out now, and the AGI Pack free DLC also out now. Check those out so that you know everything that's going on today, but watching this one video, you pretty much got it. Either way, hope you have a good one. We'll see you later. Peace.